everyone. Welcome to this episode of Kennedy Saves the World. This is the UCLA Bruins victory lap celebration after defeating the number 7 football team in the country, Penn State. We all assumed, me prime among them, that the, at the time, 0-4 Bruins would get a good bloody buggering, the likes of which no one who is affiliated with the school wanted to live through, and we had salved our bottoms. Having said that, it was a tremendous, I'm going to say a blowout, 42-37, Bruins on the right side of victory here. And Jimmy Failla joins me to discuss how great this feels because someone very close to both of us is a big Penn State fan.
Is he ever? Mm-hmm. And he's a little down on himself right now. You know who else should be down on themselves? Every a-hole that does preseason rankings for college football. Because you know who the number 1 team was preseason? Texas. You know who the number 2 was? Penn State. You know what they both have in common? They're not even ranked in the top 25.
They're not, yeah. Penn State is now ranked 28th.
The old Penn State is ranked higher in daycares than in football.
Okay, so is it because of the transfer portal and the NIL money? Are there just so many outstanding variables that it's impossible to know what a team even is at this point?
I think that's a big component of it. I think there's one other aspect to this, is that Penn State was returning a fair amount of a pretty successful team. So that kind of motivated people to put them above Ohio State because they had a little more turnover. Mm-hmm. And I think on the other Arch Manning side of this in Texas, they had just decided he was the number 1 pick in the upcoming NFL draft without him throwing a pass. When they played Ohio State in week 1. Yeah. When they played Ohio State in week 1, he was in like 62 commercials. It was like every commercial. And then right now, he's like tied for the national lead in interceptions. So the point is, don't listen to any of these people. UCLA was winless coming into this game.
But then they finally got rid of Deshaun Foster.
That matters.
So Jerry Neuheisel, his dad, Rick Neuheisel, not only was the coach of the UCLA Bruins, not their greatest era, but he was also the quarterback. His son, Jerry Neuheisel, also a quarterback, and he had applied, so he's been on the coaching staff for a few years now. Cute kid. He applied for the OC job under Deshaun Foster, but they said Deshaun Foster already suffers from inexperience. You, Jerry Neuheisel, also inexperienced. So then when they cut Deshaun Foster loose, the little baby Neuheisel's like, give me a shot at the OC job. I want to do it. I can do it. He was born at UCLA Hospital.
On.
And so they give it to him, and in one game, this team figured out how to play football again. And his dad was calling the game on CBS.
How magical.
That's what was so cool.
What a great moment for them. And what a great moment for you. It's like, the timing of this stuff is hard to predict. You never know when your team's going to get its only win of the year.
Yeah.
The fact that yours came in such a nice weekend, I think is great for you. So I'm excited.
And that's, it's like, if that's all we get, like, that's what it means to be a UCLA Bruin. Like, you get a glimmer of hope, a sense of false confidence for a moment until your dreams are summarily shattered.
Thrown into a wood chipper. Yeah. But that's what college football really is about. It's about individual days.
Yes.
Because every one of these games is it's a pregame, it's a tailgate, it's the alumni hangout, you watch the game. But it's these little moments like this that define a whole season. Like, think of Army-Navy. Mm-hmm. Their record is irrelevant beyond that game.
Yes.
All the entire season success is defined by that, and that's kind of going to be the case for UCLA because no one looks at them like this is a bowl team that's going to run away run away with it. I mean, they are a bowl team.
I do hope this means something. I do hope little Jerry Neuheisel is the offensive coordinator, and Tim Skipper, who's like the new coach out of nowhere. I hope they figure it out, motivate the players, and get them to take all of their individual talents and put it together as a team, because anyone can be defeated. Unfortunately, the UCLA Bruins have proven that 4 out of 5 games. So what I also want to talk about on the UCLA front, so when I heard that Mark Sanchez was stabbed and in critical condition, I immediately panicked thinking, oh my God, what horrible things have I said about him on X?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no. I was like, how do I go back in time and erase awful things that I said? Because God forbid, like, this is political violence.
Yeah.
It turns out he was being an a-hole.
Yes.
He was being a USC Trojan. And this is just another butt fumble where he was like, I don't know if it was espresso martinis, felt like some sort of a speedball the guy was on, doing wind sprints at 12:30 in the morning. It gets in the face of a deaf trucker who's just trying to
The grease guy.
load up his grease truck.
Guys, can I give you guys some background here on who the grease guys are of America? Okay. The grease guys are actually picking things up from establishments that the garbage truck won't
They're
take.
so putrid and disgusting.
Yeah, that's
and
a really
awful.
rough gig.
It's rancid grease
yes.
that God knows what has been fried in over and over and over again.
Yep.
And it is beyond spoiled.
It is like the closest thing to being a grave digger that they have in the restaurant industry. And that guy's seen a lot of horrible things and is surrounded by a lot of horrible things and is just banging it out. He's
Yeah.
going to stop by, pick up this one, pick up that one.
69-year-old man, like
69-year-old
still
man.
working.
Yeah.
He knows he has to grind it out for whatever reason.
But he's a
taking
tough
the job
dude.
that no one else wants. Takes his hearing aids out because the truck is so loud. It drives him crazy. And then he's got this ass in his face like, move your truck. I gotta do wind sprints. And if you look at the 69-year-old, it looks like he got his head caught in moving chopper blades.
They're terrible.
Like his whole face is cut open. It's like, yes, Mark Sanchez was stabbed. Mark Sanchez allegedly stabbed this guy in the face.
Don't go anywhere. More Kennedy Saves the World right after this.
It's insane. It doesn't sound like, I wouldn't think he's getting his broadcast job back. That's a tough
That's
one to
what
justify.
you get when you hire a USC Trojan.
Wait, do you mean to tell me the school of O.J. Simpson hires violent athletes? I don't know if I can sign off on this, but that's funny.
I felt some level of redemption because I truly felt so bad and so scared. And I was like, it was one of those moments where I was like, I don't want anyone to get stabbed.
Yeah, of course.
You know, it's like even like a horrifically conceited USC Trojan with the most unremarkable NFL career. Like, not that guy, not anyone.
I know. But they said the judge could sentence him to time served because he was a New York Jet. So it's like, I mean, how much do you subject a guy to?
Oh, the poor Jets, man.
Oh, man, it's bad.
Jets.
Just in the season. 0-5. 0-5 right now.
That's a bummer.
With a new coach, by the way. And the one thing I give the Jet fan credit for, because the last time they won a Super Bowl predates the moon landing.
Yeah.
It was January of 1969.
Wow.
So we hadn't even faked going to the moon yet. That's right. I said it. That's
Jimmy
what's up.
did
I'm
a
kidding.
special on the moon landing. He's an expert here.
Like, it was called Moon Landing Fact or Fiction. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
The best part is we called up NASA at the time. Now, this is pre-Sean Duffy.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, can we come down and film a little something for our Moon Doc Fact or Fiction? They're like, what size jacket you wear? I'm like, oh, I'm a 46 regular. They're like, oh, we'll send you a jacket. I'm like, that's amazing. They're like, and no, you can't come. And hung up the phone. So I got sent a jacket.
that where
It was
that
like
NASA jacket came
the
from?
first one. I have one real one and like 6 fake ones that are actually just as cool. You can get them on
That's
Amazon for like
incredible.
$30, but they're rad. Yeah, the
Yeah.
NASA jackets, but I was not allowed down there because they think I would have figured it out. I'm on to them.
You sniffed out the truth.
I am the TV
What do
journal.
you think happens to Mark Sanchez? I mean, he's obviously going to get sued for
I would hope so.
$100 million.
I would hope so. I think it's going to be really hard if he's criminally charged to retain him as a broadcaster. I mean, you know what the long view is? Sadly, what it usually happens in national media when somebody flames out like this, in 5 years he can be doing like local USC broadcasting as an alumni. For real. Like, that's what I mean. He might be on a local radio broadcast. I don't know the answer to that. But I mean, for his sake, get help. I think he'll blame drinking and addiction and do that and try to create some sympathy for himself.
Yeah.
But, dude, if you're beating up a 39-year-old man, there's
69.
That's what I mean. If you're 38 going on 39 and you're beating up a 69-year-old man, there's no
Yeah,
version
you've
of this
got
where
problems.
Yeah, and there's no version of this where you're the victim.
Yeah, and I don't remember. This happened. What?
Yeah.
Like, that's not a defense.
Yeah, so if I had to guess with that type of propensity for violence, he'll probably become the Democratic nominee for Attorney General in Virginia. He'll probably, Jay Jones will step down.
Jay Jones has some problems this
Yeah.
week. This is not the time for those text messages to come out.
Girl.
I mean, it's like everyone wants to be a tough guy. Everyone wants to be tougher than Trump.
Yep, that's the problem. And if you don't have to play that game,
Yeah.
but no one got the memo. It's so dumb.
You play the game, you win the prize.
Amen. Well said.
All right, Jimmy, let's go have a hell of a week.
Believe it.
You're
Let's go.
loaded up with pork shoulder and
Yeah. Jenny Failla cooked. She she had family in town, right? So Jenny smoked a pork, whatever the hell it was, and Lincoln won a football game, and Jimmy drank himself senseless in the yard. We stopped recording,
Let's not
right?
even talk about the Yankees.
This is, we're not going to, if you talk about the Yankees, I'm going to be hanging out with Mark Sanchez tonight, attacking greasemen. That's no way to live.
This has been Kennedy Saves the World. Go have a phenomenal week along with Jimmy Failla on Kennedy.
Listen ad-free with a Fox News Podcast Plus subscription on Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Prime members can listen to this show ad-free on the Amazon Music app.
Oh, go ahead and leave me a review while you're there. I'd love to hear what you have to say. You've been listening to Kennedy Saves the World on the Fox News Podcast Network.